YouTube. I'm doing another cooking video, and today what we're going to make is a cabbage and chicken salad, which is another great thing. In the summertime, you know, it's served cold, it's very refreshing, it's super healthy, there's lots of protein from the chicken, as well as some toasted almonds that we put in the salad. And if you're vegetarian or vegan, you can just skip the chicken, and the rest of the salad is totally plant-based. And if you do that, you could also add like 1 cup of blanched edamame to the salad for an extra protein boost, if you feel like you need it. Okay, so we're gonna get started, and the first thing that we wanna do is prepare the chicken and the toasted almonds, because you know, we need to give them time to cool down before we add them to the salad and serve it. So we're going to preheat the oven to 375 so that we can toast the almonds. And you want to get some kind of baking tray. It doesn't really matter what it looks like. And use about 1/4 cup of slivered almonds evenly on the tray so they're not stacked up. Maybe a few more. Okay. Those will go in the oven as soon as it's done preheating. So I'll put that down. Alright, the chicken we're just gonna cook in a pan on the stove. So we'll turn on our stove to medium heat. Oops. Throw a little bit of olive oil in the pan. The chicken I chose today is a skinless, boneless thighs, 1 pound. You can also use breast if you prefer breast. I like thighs because I think they're just a little bit moister and more delicious. But you know, everyone has their preference. And the salad ingredients and the dressing have like a lot of flavors in them. So the chicken is pretty simple. We just do salt and pepper, you know, cooked in olive oil. I'm gonna flip those. So we'll just throw that on there. We want to cook the chicken probably about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. If you're doing a breast, it's going to be thicker, so 6 minutes on each side. So I'll just put the timer on. So as I said, this is a cabbage salad. The base for our salad is going to be this beautiful Napa cabbage that I picked up at the co-op today. It's pretty big and dense. It's a really mild cabbage, so it's really, you know, you can use it as if it were lettuce, basically. A lot of other cabbages that have a stronger flavor, you wouldn't necessarily want an entire salad of it, or you might, you know, I really like a lot of different kinds of cabbage. Okay, so this outside leaf looks a little dingy, so I'm just going to pull that one off and throw it in the food scrap bin. And we'll compost that. This one is a little dingy. Oh, this one's alright. Okay, so how we're gonna prepare the cabbage is half a cabbage is more than enough for a huge salad that could feed 2 to 3 people. So we're gonna go ahead and have the cabbage lengthwise. Just pull that apart. It's really pretty inside. I'm just going to set this aside for later. So we're going to cut out this little tip part. It's not that delicious. So we'll just cut that and throw that in the compost. And then we're going to cut the cabbage this way. I guess that would be horizontally. But it really depends on where you're standing. So just cut this up all the way up to the top. The bottoms are going to be more starchy like that, and the tops will be more leafy. This looks pretty clean, but sometimes when you get a cabbage from an organic food source, it's going to be covered in dirt, so you just want to rinse the dirt off. But luckily this is organic and free of pesticides, so it's really nice. Just go ahead and rinse that. I'm going to spin the cabbage as well, but I'm not going to do that on camera because I just feel too self-conscious. Okay. So I'm just flipping the chicken to the other side. Okay, let's go back to your salad stuff. We will I'm just going to throw the cabbage in this bowl. This is going to be the bowl we serve out of. So here we go. This probably could be spun more, but I don't really feel like it. So. As you can see, the bowl's already pretty full, and it's only going to get more full. Okay, let's add some stuff to that salad. We're going to add some scallions to the salad. Last time I made this, my girlfriend said that I put too many scallions in it. It was really overpowering, so I'm limiting myself to 3 small ones this time. And if you don't know, which I didn't know until, that recently, the scallion, you want to eat the white and the light green part, and then this darker green part at the top, you can tell doesn't have as much body, so it's kind of pointless. So you just cut that part off, throw it in your compost bin, and you're going to cut off these little beard things. I think they're so cute. Okay, and then I'm just going to thinly slice these so we have nice little scallion slices. So here's our scallions. You can go ahead and throw those into the salad bowl. Oops, lost a few. Get in there. Okay. Let's see, the next thing I'm going to put in the salad is some sliced carrots. You can shred the carrots if you like. Alright, looks like our chicken's almost done. Just going to give that another minute because the juice isn't quite running clear yet. And the oven is still preheating very slowly. Cool. Okay, so you can shred the carrots if you like. I find when you shred the carrots in a salad, you kind of lose a lot of their integrity, and you do get the carrot flavor, but they're harder to eat. So I prefer to just slice them kind of thinly as best as I can. I'm sure if I had like a paring knife, it would probably be easier and better for my purposes, but I don't have one, so I'm just gonna try not to cut my fingers. The oven is ready, finally. Okay, so this part is really easy. We have our almonds on the tray, as you remember. We're just gonna stick them in the oven at 375 for 6 minutes so that they toast, but you wanna take them out before they burn because they don't taste that great after they're burnt. And you can't unburn your almonds, so don't want to overcook it. So I'm just going to turn off the heat on the chicken and let it hang out on the stove in the pan so it can cool down again. It will probably cool down faster if I took it out of the pan, but I can't really be bothered right now, so I'm just going to stick it there and forget about it. Okay, back to carrots. Slicing carrots. Great. Okay, next up is we have some more greens to add to the salad. Actually, this salad uses cilantro and mint to give it a lot of flavor. And a pretty generous helping of each one. So after you clean your mints, you have a nice big bunch like this. I don't really measure how much I put in, but a lot because it's delicious. You have to pull the leaves off the stem. Oh, it smells so good. This just makes me want to drink mojitos like all day. But that's probably not a good idea. Okay, so you want to chop it up and use a sharp knife. You can stack all the leaves if you want, but it's kind of labor intensive, so I just like go crazy. No one ever really taught me how to do this, so I just figured it out. Go this way. Helps if you can rock back and forth on your knife, which is why I like this knife that's flat on the bottom. And shove that into the salad. Our bowl is overflowing, but hopefully we'll be okay. And now we do the same thing with cilantro. So pull it off the stem. You want to use a lot if you like cilantro. If you don't like it, don't use a lot, or just skip it. You know, it's not. It's the nice thing about making a salad is that it's not baking. So if there's an ingredient you don't like, just don't put it in. Like, I hate tomatoes when they're raw, so I never put tomatoes in my salads. If people want tomatoes, they can deal with it. I spent enough of my life picking tomatoes out of my salads. All right, we're almost, you know, we're nearing completion here with the salad. The last thing we need to do, well, one of the last things is make the dressing. So the first is ground mustard seed, and this is what you might not have, but I bought this bag of mustard seed from the co-op for 24 cents. So, you know, it really won't put you out. And you want to use like a little under, you know, maybe like half a tablespoon or so. I don't really measure this. It's to taste. If you love mustard, put a lot in. It definitely gives a bite to the dressing. So the next thing we're going to put in is rice wine vinegar. And it looks like this. And we're going to put a 1/4 cup. So let me get my measuring cup. Just pour in the rice wine vinegar. And the next thing we're going to add is soy sauce. You want to put about 2 tablespoons, maybe a little bit more. And this is a little bit carbonated because we left it out, and soy sauce is live. So you might be thinking, wow, this is going to be an acidic dressing. And it is an acidic dressing, but we're going to balance it out with some toasted sesame oil. This stuff smells so delicious. Oh, there's the soy sauce cap. Put that on there. All right, we're going to put 2, I have a cheat sheet over here for the dressing because it's a lot to remember. 2 tablespoons of sesame oil in our dressing. And this is enough dressing for if you make 1 bowl of salad. If you want to make more, just double all the proportions, of course. Okay, and then the last thing, we're just going to add an extra tablespoon of oil. So we're going to whisk this up. We have to whisk it to get the oil and the vinegar to be friends, even though they don't want to be, and because there's that powdered mustard seed in there, which will clump up if you don't. It hasn't been tossed or dressed yet. Our almonds are a little bit too hot still, and our chicken's too hot still, but when the time comes, you want to just dump all those, actually, no, you know what, I was wrong. You want to cut up the chicken, dice it up, or you can shred it if you think that tastes better. Put the chicken in, toss it, and then dress it, and then put the almond slivers on top. Otherwise, they're going to fall to the bottom. And so yeah, I'm not going to dress my salad just now because I'm not quite ready to eat, and I don't want it to get soggy. But that's pretty much how you make this amazing cabbage and chicken salad.